Happy 2026, everyone. I hope the glare isn't too bad. The sun is shining in Idaho in January. That's quite shocking. Usually around here, our weather is a little bit more like Pacific Northwest, and so we get a lot of rain or snow. We have neither. It's in the 40s. Beautiful day. Not strange day because it's January, but it's beautiful. So it is now 2026, and I am going to shift from talking about kind of the past and stay with the present. So this is just going to talk about living with metastatic. But first, we have to talk about that it's a new year. And, hopefully everybody can put behind them what the bad that had happened in 25 possibly. For me, it was, my mother passed. A lot of my friends lost their jobs. And so, it's just been one of those years. But 2026, everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people start off with New Year's resolutions. I am no different. It was not exercise more, eat better, lose weight. I've been doing that for 18 months, paid off, by the way. But mine is more let go of the negativity and find joy anywhere you can. Find that little glimmer of light that's creeping through that slammed shut door and grab a hold of it and bring happiness to your life. So, there's a lot of things that I've held on to that, you know, I feel bad that I let somebody dominate my life with the negativity um, by their actions in the past. And so I've let go of that and I've looked towards the joy. And even though last year was tough for losing my mom and a lot of other things, I can still see joy in some of the things that happened. Went back several times to see my dad, which was really nice. It's really nice when you're retired, and I had the time actually to do that. So that brought me a lot of joy, even though the reason I retired was because I had to go on disability due to being metastatic, stage 4, terminal. But I am 4 years from that diagnosis. I'm still here, still kicking. Next week, I get my 3 month scans. Every 3 months I get to go and get an MRI and a PET scan. This month was my 2 years to get my bone density scan, so I'll be getting those results. So lots of tests, and then I'm still doing chemo every 3 weeks, and that's keeping those brain tumors and lung tumors and wherever else triple negative breast cancer wants to travel to um, at bay. So that makes me happy. It's kind of a pain to drive 7 hours, but I look at the joy of it is I have a lot of friends and neighbors and family that drive me, and it gives me time just to be with them. And sometimes I wouldn't be spending that amount of time with some of these people, so that's really, really nice. So that's the joy that I'm trying to find. And then the other one that I really wanted to focus on was getting reconnected and staying connected with my friends and my family and past coworkers who I hate labeling them as coworkers because they're my friends. And so I took the bull by the horns after the first of the year and got a hold of 4 of my previous employees who were all retired, and we all met for lunch. And we want to keep doing this on a regular basis. So that was really exciting and really uplifting. Got a hold of another retiree that I hadn't seen in a long time, and her and I met up for coffee. So that was great. I have friends and family scattered all over the country. And before even New Year's hit, I called my aunt down in Denver and talked to her for a long time. And I got to just make sure that I keep this regular. I talked to a friend of mine in California for a long time. I talked to a friend of mine in Montana for a long time. And so those are, I guess I should say, are my New Year's resolution is life's too short. I have a great circle of friends and family that have supported me every step of the way through this trial I'm on. And that's kind of what it feels like some days, is that, I'm standing before a judge being tried for whatever cancer sins I might have committed that put me in this position. But I'm also getting out and trying to enjoy every moment that I have. And so I have gone walking with my dog when it's 44, sunny, and not raining here. I went back to Wisconsin and Minnesota for the holidays and spent 2.5 weeks just about traveling and spending time with them. I brought my dog with, which we couldn't find a house sitter, so she doesn't travel great, but drugs are an amazing thing, I guess, for my dog. And we got to my dad's house and spent a night with him and kind of got my dog settled in. I bounced over to Wisconsin so I could see my mother-in-law, my stepdaughters, the grands. We had a Christmas party for that branch of the family and got to see my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and their significant others. And yeah, it was wonderful. It was just a really nice trip home. So with that, that's about all I have to report. So this is a nice short one, but the day is beautiful and it's not over yet. So I'm gonna get out, try to enjoy it. We did lose a tree while we were away in Minnesota. And the joy of that is that it fell away from the house and not onto the house. Woohoo! Because it was a big tree. But I think it also was pretty diseased. So now we need to buck it up and get it down to our burn pile. But I need my husband's help. Back's not good enough yet for that. So other than that, I can't tell if this video is going to work because it seems like it keeps freezing, but I will run it through and I hope everybody has a good start to 2026 and has a great 2026. Look for the joy, stay connected. And with that, I'll talk to you probably after my scans.